Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to this edition of the XFL show, ladies and gentlemen. I am the A-Train. Joining me today on the show is the mayor. Dirty is on assignment today. And what's going on? Hey, is that me? Is that me doing that? Was that you, Van? Is that you being able to do this? Was that you?
Apparently, it was me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is X-Fan Thursday. It is week 2. It is official. Tonight it goes down in Seattle. Battlehawks and Sea Dragons on FX, not Fox, not FS1, FX. I don't know how hard that is to figure that out when the schedule, it tells you where all of the games are being played. I don't know what that is with different publications and different radio shows trying to figure out where to watch the game when the schedule says it already. What you thinking, Van?
I'm thinking I have now 1 million views.
Yeah, and speaking of like the ratings and stuff that have come out, let's get something straight here, folks. We told you on this show that the ratings were going to go down. We knew that. But that does not stop the simple fact of the matter was the numbers that they were given throughout that time period were going to, I was shocked myself. I told you guys anything over 6 figures, over 500,000, they were happy with that. Happy. All right. I can care less that the viewership went down 54%. I can care less that there were 6-figure numbers on just cable alone. My thing is this. You got a phone, you got a laptop, you got a tablet, you can catch the games on ESPN Plus. And I'm thinking that a lot of the viewership came from streaming because that's what we are these days. We're cutting the cords. We don't need to watch it on television anymore. We got different devices that we can utilize that we can watch the games. So shout out to the Battlehawks and Brahmas for having the top game in week 1. When we find out what the ratings were, I don't know if anyone will be able to read it, but I'm gonna put it out there so that way you get a glimpse of it. This is from Showbiz Daily, right? So you see the number in blue is 1,570. That actually suits for millions. All right. And if you look at the left, it says Sunday, right? And on the right side, you see it says St. Louis versus San Antonio. Showbiz Daily has been doing this for years. And as you can see right there, 1.57 million saw that St. Louis San Antonio game. 1.53 saw the Vegas Vipers and Renegades to kick off the XFL season. 918,000 saw Mayor's Seattle Sea Dragons and DC Defenders, and 751,000 looked at Orlando and Houston. Now that's just television. And Van, you said before we talked about it before the show, you said mentioned something about the streaming itself. So what was your thoughts on it? Like, what we get on streaming numbers?
Okay, so I've been trying to find the streaming number, and I signed up with Nielsen Ratings and found out that streaming numbers are not released for 4 weeks after the week of the event. So we're not going to know until 4 weeks out what the actual numbers are going to be. So think about this. When you talk about streaming, you're not just talking about ESPN Plus views. I know that Dirty uses Hulu for his live TV, and I use YouTube Live TV. Those views, if I was home, would show up as streaming and not as linear broadcast.
Okay, we're having some issues with let's see, Van. They're saying that some is a major feedback on your microphone. So can you see what's going on with that?
Yeah, let me see if I can drop down back.
All right, we'll remove them for just a second. But hey, and look, I'm gonna get to it. Yes, ratings were good, but not great. But give the benefit of the doubt the week. You know what? I'm not gonna diss NASCAR. NASCAR they did well. They were at 8 million, which is fine. But here's my thing. I'm getting at that XFL was not going to get 2020 ratings with so much going on with everything with streaming these days that it was going to be difficult to even be close to matching what was going on in 2020. And a lot of people are hesitant about the XFL and wanting to come back and actually enjoy it. But guess what, folks? We had 3 out of 4 games. So we should see a better increase coming in week 2. And granted that the Battlehawks and Sea Dragons are kicking it off and they're going to be in snow. I got my picks for this week. And one of them is going to surprise you. Let's see. Checking it out. It sounds like a stadium broadcast. It did a little bit. We're getting that worked out right now. Everything that's going on with streaming and ratings, that's not even a worry right now for the XFL. I'm not speaking for them, but we knew coming into the season that it was going to be interesting to see how well that they would do ratings wise. And I wouldn't be surprised if ESPN Plus got way more views than everybody watching on television. Because like I said, that's where we're at these days, is catching the game anywhere other than the television. But those that had Nielsen homes, those are the ratings that we're going to get. But I would expect it to be higher to see it on your tablet, on your laptop, on your phone, whatever. So I can't wait to see those numbers that coming out in a month. So let's get to it. Brahmas and Battlehawks and Sea Dragons are taking each other. They're taking on each other today. And from what we saw with the Battlehawks, granted, they're going to have to do way better offensively. Way better offensively. Granted, AJ McCarron was the only quarterback to not throw a pick in the game. That was fantastic. But I think that you got to understand, fourth quarter, that was something. And people are still talking about that moment in week 1. So if you are a Battlehawks fan, make sure you come on out to the watch party at Murphy's on 21 at 7 p.m. They're kicking off for Thursday Night Football. I'm looking forward to seeing how Thursday Night Football is being, checked out. The game's on FX. All right. So bars will be open, especially tonight in St. Louis and Seattle, checking out this particular game. This is going to be interesting. That part right there. Both offenses want to see what their running games are like in the snow. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing how they are utilized. And for those that remember, previously Brian Hill is back. They did post out the depth charts and things like that, and Brian Hill was on there. You know what? I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. The Battlehawks themselves had to be battle tested for this type of weather. They had to be. So everybody's at an even Steven. Remember, they're practicing in Arlington. They're not practicing. Seattle's not practicing in Seattle. So they won't quite know. They'll know about the same information as St. Louis will. You know what, Ronnie? They might do a lot of passing. They might do a lot of passing tonight because it depends on what the field is going to look like. If it's going to stay, if it's going to remain covered, I doubt it. But still, both teams have yet to play in a really cold temperature. And so a lot of people are picking Seattle because of it's Seattle and they have colder temperatures. But both teams are on the same wavelength. That's the difference. So it may not go the way that you guys are thinking. I know everybody's picking Seattle because of the temperatures. No, you gotta really do a deep dive here. Granted, the offenses for both teams, we've seen how Ben DiNucci is able to get the ball out very quickly, right? We get that. And McCarron takes some time. It's going to be interesting to see how these offensive lines work together in the second week. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for both teams to really get those six all together at once. I'm talking about both sides. And then it may not be the case for Seattle because DiNucci gets the ball out pretty quick, and it might be difficult for defenses of any kind to get him sacked. But he does make errant throws, so the secondary best be ready for anything that comes at him. Because he threw 2 picks. So just because he's getting the ball out of his hands does not mean he could be an accurate thrower. So you gotta really. I know temperature is going to be a factor, but everybody's on 3 days rest. So it's really going to be interesting to see how well that these teams come together come tonight. And yeah, he had 2 interceptions. So, that's another thing. And I see Brian has his prediction already out there. Seattle 24, St. Louis 18. And here's the thing, Brian. You mentioned that the St. Louis coach played for the Jets. Excuse me. And help prepare them for this type of weather. They prepared themselves for this type of weather. Getting into cold pools and things like that to get them and kind of freeze their bodies a bit so they can get used to that particular weather when it gets to it. And they knew that this day was coming. And so Battlehawks might be more prepared for this than people are thinking or giving them credit for. I mean, I'm going to take it. Everybody's picking Seattle. I'm picking St. Louis. I'm going to pick the Battlehawks in this case. All right. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a very close game. I think the offenses are slowly moving together, and I think they'll win by 4 points. I got a count of 22-18. All right. So, 22-18, St. Louis. All right, I'm going with the Battlehawks in this particular game here. It says, has a lack of local marketing affected TV ratings and attendance? I think so, but maybe that was expected. In a way, even with the Battlehawks and Brahmas game, there was a note that was put out by Sports TV Ratings that there was over 100,000, 111,000 that watched it in St. Louis, which was bigger than the Daytona 500. Fine. But I expect, when football is back, they're going to watch their football. Same thing with San Antonio being a relatively brand new team. They are going to have a big audience tuning into their game. And yeah, I think so. too, Ronnie, most rushing yards will win. I don't think Seattle is going to serve any lemons with that. The beer snake is definitely something that everybody's talking about right now, and that's a good thing for the league. Is beer snake being into the lemon snake and having all the lemons being thrown on the field, showing their disgust. And again, like was stated on Tuesday, that is not an XFL thing. That has everything to do with Audi Field. So anything that was going on with that, you take that up with Audi Field, not the league. He picked the Battlehawks in the preview. People going Battlehawks 16-14 score here. Leo saying from the Smoking Guns podcast, if you haven't got a chance, check it out. Comes on Monday nights at 7. You got St. Louis with that. Yeah, I'm not going to post that. The players get to Seattle this morning. Last night, both teams could come out first. Not sure. Yeah, I really think that too, that he needed a wild finish. Because he surely got it. Basically, that particular game, Battlehawks and Brahmas indicated what those XFL rules meant. Utilizing it at particular times. Getting a touchdown, 3-point conversion. Getting the 4th and 15 conversion, right? Getting a roughing the passer call, which I honestly believe wasn't roughing the passer. But I digress on that because it was called and there's nothing that, and Blandino gave his reasons for that. But also another touchdown was made afterwards. And that's what the XFL is supposed to look like offensively, right? So I'm very interested to seeing, and I'm not putting that comment out. If you make another silly comment like that, he'll be banned. So we're going to get ready for that. Yeah. And we got the Brahmas and Guardians coming up on Sunday. Hey, if you guys have your pictures, you know what I mean? Make sure that you, because we had some too, because we took some at the game ourselves. As you can see here, we had fans here at the games. If you had something that you did at any one of the events, you make sure you post them, or you you make sure you post them out on our page when we put out the like the game day threads and things like that. We're gonna start posting them. See, these are some of the fans that were at the game. I got Jimmy. We got this was a good one. Captain Brahma giving up the shield to Amanda of B-Hawk Live, right? As you can see, we got the mayor here. The mayor here with my guy Colin Watkins. Make sure you check in on the Rough 'em Up podcast. And you see you got me and the mayor here with one of the players from the Roughnecks. And this was inside TDECU Stadium. Of course, we got the Rough 'em Up podcast. Make sure you tune in with that because you see we kicking it in high gear. Hey, and then you got fans. You got Dirty. My guy David and Amanda, they were with, as you can see, the head of tickets, Jason Ganella, and fans with the Renegades. So, hey, make sure that you post up your stuff because this is a fan show, okay? And we want to see what's going to go down in week 2. And if you're enjoying the games at the bars, make sure that we get pictures of it and clean stuff. Hey, clean stuff. We don't see you look crazy crap and whatever, man. But that's what this is about. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? The weather will be the X factor in this first game tonight, but it's how well it's going to be adversity. Who's going to handle it the best when either they're down or while up? Because in any game, you got to keep the foot on people's necks. Keep it on the necks. Yes, and that Houston and Arlington game on Sunday night does look like that'll be a good one. The Texas Throwdown is happening again on Sunday night, game of the week, and that's on ESPN2, I believe. So make sure you check that out. Now, Dirty is scheduled to be Ed Murphy's on 21. But we'll see what happens when we get to tonight, okay? So y'all stay tuned to the X-Man Show page on Facebook. And also make sure you follow us on Twitter. And make sure that you subscribe on our YouTube channel, Twitch channel, and our Pro Football Alliance on Facebook and on YouTube. Yes, and definitely, Brian, I like that. If you're at the local bars and restaurants, make sure you please treat them well when you go and check out these XFL games. You know what? The Seattle Sea Dragons, let me tell you this. The Sea Dragons need to make sure, just like the Battlehawks, got to establish a run game. I think that's what's going to be the major factor here for both teams, because they have shown, even though for the Battlehawks it took them a little later than others, that they can get the ball down the field. And you got to remember, Josh Gordon did get a touchdown for the Sea Dragons here, and we're going to see how those matchups are going to take place, because the Battlehawks secondary is something to kind of look at. Don't look at it like they're just nobodies, because Danucci did make errant throws against the defenders, and they wound up throwing, 2 picks. So it's being efficient for Seattle and establishing the run game. That's what they're going to have to do on offense. That's simple. We got DC and Vegas, Vegas being in the home opener. And like after the game, he was shoving players. Like, was he shoving the opposing side, or was he shoving players on his own team? You're pacing back and forth. That DVR numbers, those will come out. I'm answering out you guys' questions as I'm going along too. Ratings work. They come out a month later. If you heard earlier, before Van had dropped off a bit. Okay. It dropped off. What comes with ratings is DVR. They come out a month later. And so we probably won't get those numbers until almost April. And that's just for week 1. But they do add those up. So they want to make sure they get all the DVR and streaming numbers, because I'm thinking it's going to be a lot larger than what was seen on television. All right. And usually with the ratings for the weekend, they come out on Tuesdays. So just giving y'all a heads up, ratings for each game on television will come out on Tuesday. The only reason why it came out on Wednesday was because of President's Day. So definitely keep a lookout. And they usually come around 9 or 10 o'clock Central Time. So that'd be 10 or 11 o'clock in the East. So you can always kind of keep a lookout for when the ratings come out. Oh, he did it to his own team. Okay. Come on, man. Greg Williams always been about the defense. And so that's what's going to be interesting for Luis Perez, how he gets past a defender defense that got 2 interceptions, especially by Michael Joseph. Probably should have been named the defensive player of the week for those. And you know what? I can't even say that, because Trent Harris of the Houston Roughnecks had 4 sacks. So it was going to be, kind of interesting. If they did a defensive player of the week, it would have been interesting to see who they would chose out of both, from both teams. I don't know as of yet. We're actually working on that now. So kind of stay tuned. We'll see if we can get that together. If you have something in mind, you can always reach out to xfanshow@gmail.com. All right. Yes. And another big shout out to the Brahmas fans for making us feel welcome. Because, yes, I felt welcome too. It was actually fun to be there in San Antonio, and it was fantastic. I just hate that I missed the what was it? Golly, tailgating. I missed tailgating. So yeah, it was kind of interesting, to not being there. But hey, it was fun being inside the game. It was really fun being inside the game. Yes, he did look bad in the second half, so it's going to be interesting to see for Luis how he handles himself this go around, this time at home in front of the Vegas fans. I don't know. I got DC winning that one against Vegas. So DC is going to take over against the Vipers and drop them to 0-2. Excuse me, to start the season. With the San Antonio Brahmas and Guardians, I really think at this point, Brahmas are going to be pissed off about what happened to them in week 1, and they're going to take down the Guardians this week. I know they had a lot of injuries and they've had replacement players. One was added was Dan Williams, formerly of the Tampa Bay Vipers back in 2020, a solid receiver. And that's what's going to be interesting when it comes to utilizing their offense. And at times you saw Jack Cohn, the quarterback, did get a little bit rattled. Now they're gonna have at least a bigger weapon to use, see if we can get the ball out to him a little bit quicker, and hopefully they utilize him when it comes down to the Sunday afternoon game against the Guardians. Interesting to see how this one works out with Jawan Pass being active for that particular game. Which two head coaches are you going to see head to head tonight? You talking about Hazlitt versus Anthony Beck? Yeah, one with experience against another guy with not so much experience, but he got his first win. And the Sea Dragons are looking to get a win tonight, especially don't want to go down 0-2 in this particular league because that could be trouble. I'm going to have to watch the game on my phone while I'm at work. So it's going to be – that's the only way I'm going to have to catch the game. And I'm looking forward to seeing that Battlehawks Brahmas game come tonight. Like, really crazy. We did. Now, here's the thing. There is an XFL Pick'em League with the X-Fan show. It's actually known as X-Fan Legion. You can go now and participate in the XFL Pick'em League that we have. So make sure that you go over there, sign in, make sure you register, sign in, make sure you look for X-Fan Legion. We're there. If not, please let me know so that way we can make sure that it's public and everybody can get a chance to check it out. Brahmas are going to win. Ballers could have a good breakout rushing attack. Yeah, could. And they're going to play pissed off. They're going to play very pissed off. Oh, okay. You said Patrick getting hurt. Yeah. You think many people thinking that Guardians are going to go down 0-2. Well, I think so too. And then in the final game, Roughnecks and Arlington, I think it's going to be interesting to see how those defenses play well against one another. That's what's going to be the key here. And I'm be more impressed with seeing if they can handle Trent Harris. Trent Harris got 4 sacks. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be double teaming him a bit. So that could open up more opportunities for the other linemen, to get to the quarterback. And Drew Plitt is not as bad as people are making it seem to be, right? For the Arlington Renegades. I know a lot of people are looking for Kyle Sloter to be the guy in Arlington, but Bob Stoops and of course the Hayes brothers, John Hayes and Chuck Long, I should say, think Drew Plitt is the guy to be at quarterback. And so he did not have a really bad game. He was efficient, just had the 1 pick, and he didn't throw any touchdowns, but he was able to move the ball down the field, and that was key when it came down for the Renegades offense. And if they able to get that comeback win against Luis Perez and the Vipers. I had to check the depth charts on that one about Feeney being out. He said Puma about to show his quarterback skills this Sunday. You know what? I'm looking forward to it all, man. Like, week 2 is going to be pretty fantastic. I think I really wanted to show you guys something. Oh, yeah. So, as you've been seeing, that a lot of you guys have been wanting to see or have going through the XFL shop and wanting, your gear, and you wanted your own jerseys and things like that, but they haven't been putting them out. And I don't know what is going to entail for that to come out, because granted, look, we got the hats, we got the shirts, but everybody wants the jerseys. When are we going to get those jerseys? We need those jerseys. I need them. You know what I mean? I need official gear. I want to see them come out with it, and they haven't. I need that. What's going on, Jimmy? No jerseys. No jerseys. You know how bad that sounds? You know how bad that sounds with not having any jerseys? All right, we got I'm bringing the mayor back on into the mix. Hey.
So I'm on a different mobile network in Miami.
Okay, you sound a whole lot better.
Awesome. Hey, let's jump back to weather in Seattle.
Go ahead.
Randy Mueller, who's the director of player personnel, was the GM of the Seahawks. Chip Garber is on staff again for 2020. The equipment manager in Seattle is 2020. And Josh Gordon played for the Seahawks. They have been spreading their local knowledge with the Sea Dragon. So there should be a tight weather advantage with them. So let's talk about this marketing debacle here in Seattle.
Hey, check your echo cancellation. Make sure you go to the settings in it and see if there's an echo cancellation on there. It should be on there. Go to the settings, go to the audio, and then check the echo cancellation. If it's check marking, you do.
How's that sound now?
Sounds better.
Okay, I turned the echo cancellation off.
There you go.
Okay. So anyway, in Seattle today, the league has been confused. Would you throw up those ads that I see earlier?
They're still hearing the echo on your end. I'm hearing it too.
Don't know what to do. I do mobile to Wi-Fi to mobile.
Okay. Yeah, they're saying that you're still hearing the echo on your end. Okay.
Can you throw that?
Say that again.
Ticket ads.
You want the ticket ads? Okay. This was the first one.
This was live. Yeah. They're still advertising for the 18th and no Vipers.
If you see that, yeah, there's no Vipers on there.
That's today's app.
Wow.
With a home kickoff Saturday. Now show the next two.
So the one we had was this one here.
For those that don't know, Josh Gordon is number 0. And there is Jordan Evan on the roster. But no Josh Evan. And this is definitely not Josh Gordon, who spelled here Josh. And these marketing clowns can't figure this out. And they're just getting ripped on social media here in Seattle.
It's not good, man.
All right, I'm gonna go
All right, thanks, Mayor. Yeah, we was having some issues with that, but yeah, as you can see, man, how are you supposed to be handling this marketing thing, man? Like, at least you got the players, man. Come on. You have the rosters there in front of you, right? Like it's not that difficult to one, get the right names and then get the right people in front. Like if it's too much, say something. You got to say something. I get it. It's a fast-paced job. It's a fast-paced job, but at the same time, you want to be quality over quantity. And it seemed like that's what was going on. It was more quantity over quality. Because everybody, all the eyeballs are on you now. This is the XFL. You want to make things damn near perfect. You got to make it damn near perfect. And because it's not that, it's leading to a humongous problem when it comes to the marketing, man. And it's looking bad. And I hate even seeing this. Like, I really hate seeing it. It is just really bad. If you want to get on, I'm about to let you guys on right now. Okay. I'm going to take a few and we'll talk about it. All right. There it is. There's the link. If you want in, get in. I'm going to take a few at a time. Okay. We'll take probably one or two at a time, and then we'll talk about it and get you on and talk about it. Because yeah, that is the thing. How you not going to have certain teams on when this is your league? This is, and we're trying to help build it for you. That's what we're here for. We're trying to help build this thing for you. That is the main thing. And when you're just starting out, you get it. We get it. The mistakes are going to happen, but these are blatant. And you having publications, and you're having media outlets mispronounce and say that you're on different networks. Like, and you got the schedule there in front of you. You know where these places are. Like, that's not okay. Because and what it means to me that is that they don't take you seriously, and you want to be taken serious. It bothers me. It bothers the hell out of me. All right, I got my guy Jimmy from Dallas. I'm gonna get him in right now. What's going on, Jimmy?
Hey, what's going on, man? Just trying to get off work for today.
Yeah. So, what have you heard, like, in going on with the marketing in Arlington?
It's terrible, brother.
Wow.
Only one news channel covered our game the other day.
Mm-hmm. And was it the same affiliate that had the game on television?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it was Channel 8. Well, I take that back. Yeah. It was ABC. It was a local channel. But they were on there for like maybe 2 minutes talking about the game. And it was just ridiculous, brother. That's my biggest complaint is you drive around the stadium and you have no clue that there's a ball game going on.
They saying you got the same echo as Van did earlier. You gotta check the echo cancellation on it. Check the echo cancellation on yours, sir. It's just mind-boggling to me. With, you want us to promote your product, but you're not getting to people out there to promote the product. Let me check on my end, man.
I know it's terrible.
Yeah, let me check something out. Okay, let me try that. See.
That's my biggest complaint. I can't hear you now. Can't hear you.
All right, there we go. I don't know what just happened, folks. That was weird. Okay, y'all got me. Y'all got me. Yeah, this is a train wreck for sure. This wasn't supposed to happen today, but guess what? Just as soon as we start talking about different things, all crazy crap gonna start happening, man. And that's wild to me. All right, let me see if I can get Jimmy back on. Jimmy, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes,
That's better.
I got you. Okay. So yeah, one of the main things that we wanted to discuss is making sure that, hey, XFL, we're trying to promote your product. We want the fans to be out there. You know, we want representation, something. We need something where we can continue pushing on this product, and that way that more people can tune in. Because I'm trying to do my part by saying, hey, you need to check out the Roughnecks games, or you need to check out the Renegades game, or check out.
I know exactly. Me too.
Yeah, and so it's like that's the kind of thing we've been wanting to do for, sometime. Even when in 2020, we wanted to do that. Let me see if we can get in the mayor here.
Yeah, I got flyers that I pass out all around town, trying to bring awareness to the game. There's, like I say, you drive around the stadium on game day and you have no clue that there's a game going on. There's no banners. There's no flags flying outside. It's just you got people running in and out to kind of tell you that there's something going on at the stadium. But that's my biggest complaint, and I brought it up to those guys in marketing, and they go, well, we're on Facebook and we're on social media. I said, yeah, but not everybody is on, the Renegades page, and we had 12,000 the other day. I think a lot of it had to do because it was colder than what here, but I still don't think people just know what's going on with the XFL. They don't know that the Renegades are playing. They don't even know that Arlington has a team. So when I'm out and about, man, I'm spreading the word everywhere I go.
So it sounds like they're trying to utilize word of mouth more this go around because they weren't able to get out the word on the XFL soon enough. Is that what we're getting?
Yeah, Coach Stoops is supposed to be on ESPN tonight, talking about Renegades and XFL, but that's ESPN. Okay. He's been on one local channel since all this started, and it was on ABC at 7:00 in the daggone morning when nobody's up, and he was on there for a total of like 4 minutes. It's just no media coverage. They're still talking about the damn Cowboys. I'm a Cowboy fan. Okay. Move on for the NFL. The NFL is over with. The Rangers, the Stars, the Mavericks, we got all that going on around here. That has a lot to do with it around here because we have so many daggone sports teams. But I tried to call Channel 11. I tried to call Channel 8 and Channel 5 and Channel 4. I've tried to call them all, and I can't get through to the sports director. You have to email them. You can't talk to a live human being.
And what it sounds. Go ahead.
So in Seattle, I'm encountering the same thing. So we've got a gal in Las Vegas, Tina Wynn, with the local ABC affiliate down there. We're getting more publication, more traffic out of Las Vegas, another brand new city, than we're getting in any of these other markets. I mean, when I got to Houston and I was waiting for you at the airport, I was selling tickets or trying to get people interested. They're going, what? There's a football game tonight? Where?
Yeah, exactly.
No, there is zero brand awareness. I'm sitting in the cardiac care unit having some procedures done on Tuesday, right? I sold 12 season tickets. 4 of them were new 2020 season ticket holders that had no clue they were back.
Yeah.
So I put 12 more bodies in seats tonight.
I sold 5 the other day.
And they don't even have offices. They're having everybody work virtually from home. I mean, there's no. If I would have bought the league, in all honesty, if I would have bought the league in 2020, if I could have got my coalition together and bought the league, I was going to get pickups with fifth wheel trailers, tow behinds, and I was going to have little mini merch shops and ticketing, and I was going to go around and hit sports bars and community events and high school football games and whatever, and doing the tradition that St. Louis and Arlington did back in 2020. You can't even get these people to answer their phone after 5 o'clock.
Nope.
Yeah. So, and listen, I get everything. It comes with a cost, and you got to bring stuff down. But at the same time, people are being vocal about what's going on with the league, and you have to listen to them. If you're saying you're a fan eccentric league, listen to your fans. That's the thing. That's why we created the X-Fan show, so we can voice our opinion about what's going on with the league, whether it's positive or not so positive. But we want to make sure that the not so positive can lead to growth, not to bring it down and smash it and make it a debacle. No, this is about picking it up and making it grow. Things that need to be assessed, so that way it can work out in the future.
Okay, Jimmy,
Exactly.
you work in the greater Arlington area, correct?
Yeah, I'm in the Arlington, Fort Worth area. I live in Fort Worth, so I'm working Fort Worth, Arlington, HEB, Mid-Cities area. We're having a watch party Sunday night in Bedford at a sports bar. And so, I'll be dressed up in all my gear and everything. I'm going to have my flag. I'm going to be passing out the flyers to tell everybody what the heck's going on. There's other sports bars around it. So I'm going to be making the rounds and passing out flyers to let everybody know what's going on. I stood out in front of Arlington Stadium 4 days before the season started with my flag, just letting people know that we got a ball game coming up.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of, I'm going to give you two company names. One is Big Game, or the other one is Team Issue. Have you ever heard of either company?
Yeah, I've heard of the last one, but not the first one.
Okay, so Team Issue is the folks that made not only the 2020 XFL footballs, but if you look at the 2023 balls, they also have the Team Issue logo on them.
Right,
they are located in your city.
Yeah, I know.
How hard would it be to get balls produced in the off season? I'm guessing the Team Issue is not making a bunch of footballs right now for other leagues. How hard would it be to get at least Renegades logoed footballs in your merch shop in your stadium? Somebody could go down there in their pickup and pick them up, right?
Yeah, I know it.
So this is just crap marketing. I mean, this marketing is just upside down from the top.
Mayor, it's my biggest complaint. It's my biggest complaint of I love, I'm a hard charger. You know me. I'm out there all the time. I'm usually I'm on the commercials on ESPN all the time on XFL commercials, so my face is out there. Hell, I think people know me more than they do the XFL, because I go around town and people are like, hey, weren't you on the ESPN commercial? I say, yeah, that's me. So, but yeah, and I talked to these guys at the game that are in charge of before the season started. We get people that got fired, but they were two of the marketing people that were in charge of selling tickets. We don't know why they got fired. Look what happened down in San Antonio. That dude down there in San Antonio just got fired. What's going on? Why are these people getting fired all of a sudden,
Well, I'm like I said, I'm very underwhelmed with the marketing. I've kind of held my tongue to this point, but
I don't hold my tongue. A-Train, whenever I get out here and I go to the game, I find all these guys that are in charge because I know what they all look like, and I approach them every single time. How do we know that there's a game going on here at the stadium? They have one little bitty sign out front where the main gate is, and so in a shape of an X. But there's no banners, there's no signs, there's nothing out there. It says game day. Usually when the Cowboys play, it says event ahead. Prepare for detours. The signs are not even lit up for the XFL game like they are for the Cowboy game and like they are for the Rangers game. How you have the little highway signs that tell you what's going on? Well, we have those right around the stadium. Those are not even lit up to say that there's an event going on. So people don't have a clue.
But you do have three really nice 3-foot tall baseballs there at the home plate entrance to the stadium. I mean, isn't that advertising enough for the XFL and their football?
They're not advertising no XFL football.
No, I'm saying those three nice baseballs, they're on the sidewalk at the entrance.
Yeah, if you put footballs out front of them, that'd be fine too, you know. But only thing people know about is the Rangers and the Stars and the Cowboys. That's all anybody knows about.
And that's a good point right here. It not only hurts the fans, but it hurts the players too, because they want you guys to come out and support. Because they're out there, they're fighting their tail off to do so. I'm gonna get Jimmy back in just a moment. But yeah, that's the issue here. Is that you gotta make sure that you gotta promote this league. And if I'm getting a guy like Jimmy that's saying that you're in the headquarters and you're not putting effort out. So I don't need little to no effort. I need some kind of effort.
Quality effort. Effort.
Exactly.
Okay. The other crap that's gone on around here in Seattle, and you know, it's amazing. And I talked with fans in all 4 cities over last weekend. The other thing is how many fans were put out by team social media in social media post game. I was with Jay DiNucci, who is Ben DiNucci's dad, extended family, about 30 people in DC. Not one social media post. Not one, hey, look at these guys wearing the orange. Not one of these guys celebrating the players. They didn't take a picture of any of us. When we was in Houston, I did not see the Houston social media taking just fan and stands pictures like I've seen in the past. And they sure made it really hard for us when we were on field to get more than 3 or 4 pictures with a couple of players there in Houston. Same thing in DC. In DC, I kind of, it was the lemon gate, the lemon snake, whatever you want to call it. The players all ran for the locker room for safety. But still, nobody has made an effort to embrace the fans at the games. I'm telling you, from the top, the marketing, if they're going to roll some heads, I can tell you the head that needs to roll, and that's the chief marketing officer at this point.
Wow.
The buck stops somewhere, and I guarantee you $7 is going to figure that out real soon.
And my thing is with this, it's like here doing the advertisements on social media, depending on where you are in the XFL market. Like, what are you doing even in those that are not in XFL markets that are following the XFL? Are they getting the same type of love? I'm getting Houston Roughneck stuff here all the time. Whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Twitter, I'm getting sponsored stuff. But I'm like, what are you doing in other markets that don't have XFL? Because they're trying to watch what you have as well. And you have people that will come down from other cities just to check in with the game. And it would be nice if you could even go into the stands and take photos or something. You can only do so. Excuse me. You can only do so much when you're just down on the field. And you get what is it for safety precaution that you're not going up there? What is it? Because after the game, these VIP experiences, this is the perfect opportunity where you can take pictures of fans and say, "Hey, they were here."
Exactly. It's not happening. It's not happening. And I'm waiting to see what happens here in Seattle tonight. But they've got to get. $7 is a marketing machine. And they've got to take over this league office or something and get something going. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I talked to a senior vice president for the Major League Baseball Seattle Mariners this morning, and he was telling me that their offices a block away had zero brand awareness other than his connection with like the ticketing office and the people that were hired having prior relationships with him and the Mariners. He said they're a half block away in T-Mobile Park, and they're not seeing squat either.
Just man, I mean, because these are our players that we're cheering for. This is our league, and so we want to see it. We want to see it out there. Hey, Roughnecks tickets are $25. The USFL just dropped and told people how much their tickets are going to be, and they're going to be in 4 hubs. And they said the single game tickets are $10. They at least are putting effort out there and making it seem like, hey, you can come watch our product too. But my thing is with this, like you've had a couple years to put something together. But my thing is this: some fans that were 2020 fans do not trust this 2023 regime, and so if they need to get those guys back, they need them back because that's what helped propel 2020. That's what helped 2020 out was marketing.
So here's the deal. Today I got a game day notice in my email. It reminds me of the Pick'em that you mentioned, right? When I try to log into Pick'em today, I do not have an account. When I try to reset my password or try to sign up for an account, it says I have an account that already exists. Yet I can't reset the password and I can't sign in. I mean, it's like, come on, folks, come on. And here's another one that I didn't send you a picture of. They're advertising jerseys in their Facebook and social media ads here in Seattle. They're showing a picture of a Houston jersey in the Seattle merch ads saying, come get your jersey now, and specifically calling it out. And there is 0 jerseys, and rumor has it, no jerseys in the 2023 season. How incompetent is that?
That's true. Big difference. It was Vince McMahon is a master of marketing. You know what I mean? And so it's like, what did you not learn anything from Vince when he put this together? Like, come on. Like, this is insanity. It shouldn't even be like this. And yes, 2020 they did go out to high school. They went out to high schools to go market these games. And then when you see a lot of times on YouTube, XFL podcasts like us are doing the marketing. So, but they got their game, huh?
They've had 7 months from July to get some kind of a deal. You know, they signed a deal with Under Armour before the league was announced and everything. They've had 7.5 months to get some kind of a jersey deal together. That's why I went out and had my own made, and then I get a feedback about, you got people coming after you because you had a jersey made. Well, yeah, if you would have put your product on the ground and in the stores, I wouldn't have had to went out and had my own jersey made. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Yes, happy game day, A-Train. Man, thank you. From a fan standpoint, we love to see the game, right? We're big on the game. We want to continue to watch the game. But also, as fans, we got to remember to put money into this. So you got to work. You got to work with us. Like, you want us to see it, and you want us to pay for it and enjoy the experience. So everything needs to be aligned, and right now it's just not. It's not aligned at all. Everything needs to be aligned, and right now it's going to be a rush job to seem, to make everything work right, at least for this year. And you can't do that.
I watched every single game this last weekend, and I love the quality of football that's put on the field. We got great players, NFL, college. The product itself is outstanding. The playing is outstanding. It's only been 1 week. They really didn't have that long to work with each other because training camp wasn't that long. They weren't able to practice against each other. But what they put on the field the first weekend, I really, really enjoy, and I give it an A+. Great product. The announcers were good. They didn't keep hammering the same issue over. And that's like you watch the NFL game, and it's Tom Brady about 8,000 times a game. They keep talking about the same thing over and over again. And that wasn't happening in any of the broadcasts of the games this weekend. I'm going to be watching the game tonight. Like I say, we got our watch party on Sunday. So if you're a Renegades fan and you're in Arlington, get on our Facebook, Jimmy Hanna, or get on the original Renegades or Arlington Renegades groups, and we'll be passing all that information on.
Hey, Jimmy, let me pass something to you. So we're trying to spread the love around the league, and sometimes a coach will release some information that's pertinent to all the teams. Whoever this Amanda is down there, tell her to get off her high horse. She muted me and kicked me because I was posting league-wide information in the Renegades pages. I don't know.
I got booted. I got booted the same thing. I got booted.
You know, this is ridiculous. We're trying to send information. Something that affects Team A will affect Team B, C, D, E, F, and G. So I don't know who it is down in your neck of the woods, but they need to figure it out that we are the XFL fan nation and we don't live on a little island in the middle of Texas.
Well, the one I got booted off of, it was a guy named Adam. He was the admin. And anytime I post anything on any of the Renegades groups, I post it on all the Renegades groups. And then, he's like, you're trying to recruit people off of my group, go to another group. And that wasn't the case. All I was doing, it was sharing Renegades information, players signed, just general stuff that's coming up that was going on with the Renegades. And he booted me off the group because he said that I was trying to recruit people off his 300 people that he had in his group onto other Renegades groups, and that wasn't the case. He did the same thing to you, too.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up. We got to get out of here. Real quick, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the teams. I got Battlehawks, I got the Defenders, I got San Antonio, and I got the Roughnecks this week for a pick'em. Hey, folks, make sure you go to XFL Pick'em. I hate to hear that Van is having trouble going, but the league has on the app XFL Pick'em where you can make bets and parlays on for fun.
Right.
So definitely check it out. Make sure you check out XFan Legion. Make sure you're there on Twitter as well if you are a big XFL fan. Because hey, we are going to continue promoting this whether the XFL likes it or not. So because we love the league and we want to make sure that it continues to grow week in and week out.
Hey, want to make sure
Renegades. Renegades here, baby. Renegades here. You can hit me up on Jimmy Hanna on Facebook. You'll see me on TV somewhere this weekend. You know you will. So I got the Renegades. I've got the Sea Dragons tonight. I got DC Defenders, and I got the Brahmas.
All right.
I just want to make sure everybody knows that Dirty is he's at a work event today. He's traveling for something to do with work, but eventually he's going to migrate and meet me in Las Vegas on Saturday morning. We're going to be doing a special live event from Cashman Stadium on this format for the XFan Nation Saturday. And if I get my special guest, which I'm hoping to get tonight at Lumen Field, I'm going to be coming on with another special edition. So don't be surprised that like a half hour before game time, you might want to check your YouTube or your Facebook feed and see if we come up with a couple special editions of the XFan show today and then again on Saturday.
All right.
Appreciate you answering.
No problem, Jimmy. Thank you so much, man, for hopping on, man. Even though we had technical difficulties all.
That's all right. We got it worked out.
That's right. All right, man. We'll look forward to hearing about more of the watch party on Sunday. Okay.
All right, we'll do, brother. Go Renegades, baby. Renegades.
Right.
That's Jimmy.
Yeah.
All right, man. We got to get up out of here. Oh yeah, that's right. The wheel of XFL. That's right. Wheel of XFL. That's it. Yeah, that's
Alrighty.
it. There it is. Big old wheel itself spinning its way with lots of teams and assortment. I can't even get it out. I'm too busy to laugh at this stuff. But all right, guys. Hey, we'll catch you guys on the next edition of the XFan Show. Dirty will be back. Hey, stay tuned for the specials that are coming up this weekend, and we'll
We'll see you again for another edition of the show. All right. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. XFL week 2. We're out of here.